All right, I'm on hole number 3 of the 2020 Spring Major. I'm in the opening round of the Ricky Division, chilling out, listening to some Weezer radio, just practicing, getting another good round to practice in. I'm also going to be practicing in my 77 account. My goal is minus 15. In the weekend round, I'm going to want to pick up as much as I can. I want to be minus 30 plus for the total. I want to be as but I want to make sure I get as much practice time in. If there's stuff I want to try out on the holes, this is the time to do it. When the weekend round rolls around, I want to have a game plan on every hole, and I'm going to play to that game plan. I don't want to be getting on a hole and thinking, what am I going to do? So what I'm going to do here is what I've been doing is I've been bringing a bigger club, or I've been bringing an extra mile, and I've been bringing a Titan so that I can get my red line up here. And I've been doing, so my ball guide's going off like this, and I've been doing max top, or about 2 less than max top spin, max overpower, max right hand side or left hand side spin, max left hand curl, trying to bring the ball out into this area so that I'm in my long iron. I'm not sure if it's not short iron out there, but you got plenty of rim. It might be short iron if you get all the way to the end. I think it's long iron if you're in the middle. But there's an area with wood out here. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try my teammate Dez's shot. I'm going to give it the old college try, and what he's doing is a QB and laying up. So hitting from here over to the other side with a kingmaker. So you got some access to side spin, and it's cutting the wind down on the second shot, and then bringing a sniper and taking this rough bump. And you only need 2 to 3 top spins. So you could do this with your Viper. If you only need 2 to 3, you could do it with your Viper. I haven't taken this shot to do that rough bump, but I'm going to give it a try and take a look at it, and it's minus 5% on the wind on the second shot. I got some notes here. So I was talking to my teammates last night about how they're coming out some of the holes and comparing it to mine. The deal is that you have to play what you're comfortable. So if you're not comfortable doing rough bumps, it's not a big deal. I'm willing to give stuff a try, and so like you come out here, you have a game plan, and the only way you're going to have any confidence in those shots is to take them and try it out. But the thing I don't like about out here, I like the second shot from out here, but I have to use max overpower. And so you do take a risk of ending up in the sand or ending up in the rough. I can recover because I've got a Nirvana and a Spitfire, but if you don't have great recovery clubs, anytime you can not do max overpower, that's a good thing. So if we can get out here pretty easy with a QB and a sniper and just do a pure layup shot and then come at it straight up, number one, we're guaranteeing that we're going to get eagle, but we're also giving ourselves a good chance for Albie. So a lot of my teammates got Albie on this hole, so they're getting it done. Not sure which way all of them are going, but we're gonna try this shot out. I'm gonna bring a QB and some rock. Now I think it's a pure layup there, so the QB, even though it has less distance, it has more top spin. So if I'm not at max rock and I have to actually pull it back in order to be in that spot, I will net more distance with my QB because it has more top spin than I would with my rock. But I want to take 2 bags. I'm going to actually take the QB, and I'm going to switch this one up for a rock. I'm going to take both because if I'm a little short with my QB, I can get up there with my rock and I can get a little more distance. But we'll have to play that by ear. And I'm going to bring a kingmaker just because I think this is one of those holes that we really need to bring a kingmaker. It warrants it because we're trying to go for an Albie from distance. So anything that we can do to help ourselves out. If you've got a lower, your ball inventory, you don't have a lot of balls. And like in my practice account here and in my 99 account, I only have just like mortal balls. I have a few balls here and there that I've either won in the golden shot or occasionally buy a pack for them. And so a lot of times I will play with a Titan during the opening and the qualifying round. And then in the weekend round, I'll play some of those holes with a kingmaker. It just helps my ball inventory. I want to come into the weekend round with good tiebreakers, but I'm not interested in using up all my ball inventory. And this is a respect issue. When you come to a par 5 in this game, I know that there are some of them that we can get away with. Like you can get away if you end up in the right spot with a katana, but I can tell you when you're in the sand right there, you're going to wish you had a power 3 ball. A couple rings of separation. 3-8. I'm going to put a little bit of curl just to bring it around on the other side. Hitting it perfect. That gives me a little bit of separation on this rough right there. So it'll bleed out and it gives me a little bit better angle on that rough bump. I'm not too happy about how close it hit to the rough on the first bounce up there. If you go back and rewind the video up there and look, it was pretty damn close to that rough. I'm setting the shot up, so why wouldn't I set it up so that I have a much better shot? Let's see how they get it. I'm going to laugh if that goes in. All right. 0.95 times whatever the wind is. 2.2. Where am I at in my club? I'm in mid club right there. So divided by 1.2. It's 1.75 rings. 2 rings of separation. So it's 1.74 rings. So let's say 1.75. I think I like this shot. Oh, I hit it great. Just barely clipped that rough. There was a lot of room there. And there is a little bit of a funnel, so it's going to be pretty dang close. I think I kind of like that shot. That was pretty easy. Hit a 1 ring great to the left or the right in that rough area, and you've still got room for it to clip the rough. I'm going to try that again on the backside. I want to practice that shot a couple times so that I can gain some confidence in it and see any adjustments that are on there, but that looks good. And there's very little risk because you don't have to do any overpower on either shot. And you can bring really accurate clubs, so that lowers the risk. What I want to do is before I do this, the background, I'm going to go back and watch this video and see like where I hit on that first bounce, because it looked like for the split second that you saw it coming through there that I was pretty dang close to the rough. Pretty close. Hopefully everybody's having some good rounds. Saw a lot of good scores. I went through my clan scores yesterday and kind of looked at holes to see where people were having problems and stuff, and I saw a lot of really nice scores, not just the people that were up there at the top. We had a couple of members that shot 18s and 17s and had quite a few. I think there was 11 or 12 people that were 16 or better. But overall, there was a lot of really good scores. A lot of base scores, minimum scores where you've got stuff to build on, and a lot of really nice scores going on clan-wide. Hopefully that's indicative of what everybody that's listening is shooting. All right, that was hole number 3 of the 2020 Spring Major in the opening round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.